Hello and welcome. This is what I call my generic hello for those sessions where I've had a splice to a video. So this is, I don't like you to just wander in and see a bit where it's been spliced without me saying hello and welcome. So yes, please enjoy the content. So we could do that, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, we're going to make some, this fertiliser that we make now, we're selling. Yeah, we are. We're going to make the most use of this. We're going to have a bit of loss, so yeah, so one, is it 20 tons or 30 tons of it? Ooh, now that surprises me, that weight on the back. Although no, would it shove it down? That is a point actually. Would it? That is true. You may well need that on the front. So let's go and get a heavier tractor. Yeah, that's the other thing with this as well. With it being light, that's why I was saying you really do need to stick something on the... Yeah, and I will start to use the wheel loader a little bit more. It is true. You haven't looked in the sales either. Now that is probably what is with all the skid steers. We haven't, I am right, aren't we? We have not got a weeder of any sort or a sprayer already. No, we haven't. I didn't think we had. Well, they've got the Mercury. I do realise that. Right, but I do think I am right. That is the. It is amazing the amount of times the hard it actually appears. Oh, and it's a 27 metre. I think we'll stick for a 27 metre, and we will indeed buy that for 23,000. That is a snippet. Yes. Well worth it for that. 9.3 metre. Oh no, I've never tried a bigger header on the Deutz. No. Let's just check. I don't trust my... Yeah, it's not the Deutz. It is, you were right. It's down your own... Yeah, the Deutz file, it was. I've never tried to do a slightly bigger header. I know it wouldn't cope with much more, but I'm seriously not sure whether we could actually, yeah, do more. Yeah, whether you could go like to a 6.8 or something like that, or a 7 metre. I've never tried it. I wouldn't want to go too big, but yeah, I would like to... I do with others. I just never ever thought. I think a 6 metres is quite good, so I've never really done any more than that. But right, let's stick this in here, and let's switch this on, and we'll stick this straight to selling. Oh, remove foliage. They're ready in September. Potatoes are earlier. They're usually October, November. Oh my life, they might have been ready last month and I didn't actually see. I'm sure I looked in last session and actually saw that, yeah, I'm sure we did. Yeah, no, they weren't orange. Oh no, but they're red, aren't they? I'm not sure that I would have. So we need to be sticking that on, and we need to be sticking on solid fertiliser. Yeah, we're not cheated by that, are we? Selling, I think that's going to earn us a little bit of cash. It's not going to make us rich, not by any sort of stretch of the imagination. When is the grass when is this weather going to break? That is the question I'm asking myself. What does the weatherman say in this world? Oh my life. Right, probably dinner time then. So then, in that case, do we speed time up to 12 o'clock? We could. No. This is. I often do things like this. I'll leave time speeding up, and then I'll look in this. Yeah, I'll look to see it in the shop menu, and then it goes to 2 o'clock, and you've wasted the entire day. We do also need to be buying the potato equipment as well. Oh, come on. Right, smashing. So we're pretty much up to where we were before. and we want to buy the potato equipment ready for next session. Yeah, because this is not going to be a long one, it really isn't. So potato technology. P for potato, Mr. Smith, I believe is what you're looking for. Yes, so this beautiful thing that I've used on quite a few Let's Play. I mean, when you've got the agrisette for seeding, and then you've got that. I mean, if you were doing normal potatoes, you'd go for that. It's a 6 metre, but we don't need to do that. We are going to go for this. This harvester collects potatoes from the ground. You do not require a horn cutter before using this machine because it's got one built into it. So it is really an amazing bit of kit. It is. It's made potatoes. I think it's revolutionised it in the game. Yeah, I mean, there's also that one as well. That is true, actually. That's usually bigger. But then that one does require a horn topper. So, yeah, the horn topper is quite... Oh, no, that's only 10,000. You could stick that on the front and then that on the back. And between the two of them... So, really, it's pretty much of a muchness. It's 16,500. Or it's 18,500 if you wanted to use the bulker, but it is slightly bigger. It really is. So yeah, I'm not sure with that. No, that's not what I was looking at. I wanted to go to that one. I think it still digs them onto the ground, doesn't it? Don't know what that means. I think it does. I'm sure it says. It also digs the potatoes out of the ground, and I think it does like the old-fashioned ones. It just literally sticks them straight on the belt goes into the hopper. Does it? Or does it? I must try this one time, because to me, it could possibly go into a trailer. That looks to me like it's got a very slight hopper, a bit of storage, that then you can stick into 2 cubic meters. You'd be forever unloading, though. 2 tons? I don't know. It's not. It is a small thing, but now you would really. It's true. I think perhaps I am right in this. Right. Okay then. So there was a tiny bit left. Let's just be thorough because every little bit helps with us as we are at present. 93,381, and we bought our potato equipment. We are going to need to buy a belt system though. Yeah, it's the only thing that this does rely upon that. So there was a little bit. Oh, there was. That's right. There was a little bit left as well. So it's, yeah, that's going to bring in a few. Yeah, a couple of thousand or something, or a little bit more than that. So it's definitely worth sticking in. Yeah, it was almost another third on top of what was already there. Right. So then, in the background, I am going to grab the equipment from down the shop, and I'm going to bring that up. Do we need anything else? I wouldn't buy. Let's have a look at trailers. I mean, the one I do like a lot is, I think it is actually in. Is it in? I think it is in trailers, or is it in miscellaneous? It might be the Bachmann. I do like that little 8,000 one. It is fantastic, and that is a cup which you can see quite plainly. There is another one as well, but I think it's really tiny. I think that is in trailers. I'm sure I've featured it on a couple of Let's Plays, but it really is tiny, very, very tiny. So I think I'd sooner go for the bottom because it's not a bad size one, really. It's not as big as the TPS, obviously, but it is going to make that quite useful. So I think we will buy that without any kind of second guessing, so that we can get a bit of use out of the out of the truck. Yeah, basically. Smashing. So that's that sorted. We'll send the truck down. Now that is a point, actually. Let's quickly see if we go out the back routes, the sneaky back routes. Can we send this on the road? Will it find its way to the shop? Just on camera, just for yeah. I always find this type of thing is useful for people to know. It's nice, always has been nice for speed and everything. It's just now then, that's the point. Will it find it on the trails? Let's have a quick look. No, let's go on the proper roads for the proper roads first. if it will find its way to the shop. It's a fair road trek. So we're gonna leave it at this. I'm gonna just pop this down, and we are gonna see if it looks to me like that this is working nicely. Our grass should all be done nicely now on our field, although it looks like it's, yeah, smashing. And I still haven't got my Star Wars names in. I haven't. Yeah, hopefully the Bachmann will get a bit of, we might have to put a weight in the back, strap a weight down to give it a bit of ballast so it doesn't go, because it is a little bit light. Yeah, 1.8 tons. I always find that the trailers do weird things to it, which is why I've always said I'm not a massive fan of these. Even I like the H2 Studios. It's more stable than this, but still not. It's still light, not as light as this. But yeah, I've almost always got rid of this because I found it less than useful. Even though all the people seem to manage, it always seems to. I'm not sure if the Bachmann though. Have I ever used the Bachmann? I have used the Bachmann. Yeah, we did have one on Orbelleron. I think that was where I decided I wasn't a massive fan of this. After trying it quite a bit, and now I've tried it on a couple of other Let's Plays and always found it's let me down enormously. But we shall see. We got it. We'll try it. Yeah, we'll see if things have changed or whether I was right or what. But yes. Right, I am going to say my goodbyes. Thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope that you're going to stick with me on this journey. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to say. Yeah, I'm thinking Calmlands by Shaba. Now, Shaba has released a map that was in FS19, and I have never done this map, and it looks like a map that really does intrigue me. I'm wondering, do we for the first time ever take all of the equipment from Calmlands, which I was going to continue and run with, and go to Urshaba's new map? So a show of hands would be nice. Would anybody like to see this? Or I mean, was always intending on going back to Calmlands in time, but yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, that's true. I'm gonna need to bring the tractors as well, aren't I? I think a couple. Yeah, because I don't somehow think that we're going to get any of those on this. Right, so next session we shall no, I'll do this off camera. I'm going to grab this little lot and we're going to take it back up to the top. So all that remains to do, yeah, I'd really appreciate it if anyone else would like to see that, instead of Calmlands, to do, that's not the Valley of the Old Farm, it's something like that though. It's one that I've never done, and it looks a beautiful map. Yeah, I've the Valley, the Old Farm, I like that, and the Old Stream Farm was a personal favourite of mine. The European map, really did love that. It was always very calming and relaxing. I always found that map. This looks very similar, so I'd love to have a go at it. But yeah, it'd be I haven't forgotten the Valley, the Old Farm either. I am going to do that. I'm just, if there's any updates, I'm just waiting for them to be done before we crack on with that. So yeah, I've not forgotten that way. It's going to be straight after Nieskopheim. But all that remains to be said for this session is thank you very much for watching, and truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now. Hello and welcome. Now, just wanted to make sure that this is working, because I'm at the horrible feeling I think it's only got one headland because of that small bit at the end, so I'm just making sure that we're not going to fall off the cliff face. Yeah, I know it's going to say that every single time, but hey ho, it is what it is. Yeah, it's right on the border. Most of it's okay. This is the bit that I'm a bit worried about, this turnaround here. Yeah, I'm really gotta get ready. And of course we did change it slightly. I'm not sure it's this that's going to be the problem. I think it might be the where it's going up and down. So I think we're going to wait a little bit. It's a little bit inconvenient, but yeah, I really would like to well, I've never seen how quickly that does that, and I love the way it drops it down that way. A baler like that is a thing of dreams. The one thing I used to hate about the my old the class Roland, it used to be my favourite for a long time, and it had a little kickstand that's supposed to kick the bales so that they sort of stay, I presume, so that it was supposed to do what that does, but it very, very rarely worked. It probably one in about 20 times to stop them rolling all over the place. This one works every single time that I think I've seen every single time, which is quite amazing. So this next bit is the bit where I'm hoping to yeah, I don't understand why it comes really deep into the field at that particular point. Yeah, its kickstand works perfectly, which is amazing because the class Roland also had that too. Oh, I'm not sure any other tractor than this would actually be able to make that, or maybe the AB. I don't think you'd get anything else. I think we're alright. It's actually, so it has done more than one headland. I think it's done 2. We might get away with this. I just want to do it if it is one more round. It's the ups and the downs that I'm worried about. Because if it's only 2 headlands, I'm not sure this is going to actually work. We might need to set a... I don't know that a traditional worker's going to know how to use this equipment. I'm not sure. I think they can use this. I think they can if we do it up and down. Let's just see. This is the bit that I'm really interested in, and then we're going to go down to the shop. Yeah, I've got to repair the Hardy, so I thought I'm going to leave it. Yeah, this is the bit. Let's have a look. Ah, it's doing ups and downs, isn't it? So yeah, I'm not sure. I think we're going to have to trust to look a little bit. Let's pop down the bottom. Yeah, worst case scenario is it gets literally sent down to the... Right. Okay, so we've got this and this. The one thing we do need though, yeah, I've got the Hardy ready, but really we need the... Right, yeah. I've been down here once before. Repair 358, yes. Let's repair you as well. Yeah, I'm thinking it's the... now that is a point. I've been trying to show the twin screw on and it only grabs normal crops, but I'm not sure that it doesn't do potatoes, in which case, actually, we're going to be alright, and it wouldn't be. It would be an ideal position to actually show the twin screw off, which I've tried on a number of occasions, but it only does, yeah, I didn't realise this, because you're that used to belt systems basically doing anything and everything apart from specialist ones like that only do taters and sugar beet. I never really look at this particular side of a thing until if you look at, yeah, this one does the forage also, only does certain ones, but most of them are, they do everything, but the screw conveyor, it's yet again doesn't do what we want it to do. It does all standard crop types, but it does not, and it does things like fertilizer and lime, but it doesn't do potatoes. So we can't show the twin screw. We're gonna, and I don't mean stuck with, because this is a fantastic mod, it really is, and this is what we're gonna buy. Yeah, absolutely. And we are going to leave the, because we don't need the sprayer down here at the minute, so we'll leave this here and we'll come and fetch this later. We'll grab this and we're going to set this procession going. In fact, I'm not sure what actually this is. It's a pin hitch, it is, so I don't think we can actually do anything. Can we? No, we can't really use the... We'll just, I think we'll go with the 2 tractors. That's the one we want. And we're going to run up to the top of the farm as fast as we can, and we're going to get... yeah, I wanted to get this going because this might take a couple of sessions. We've got to obviously get the potatoes up. This does both, and then another session will be literally spent grabbing the potatoes off the field and sticking them into this. I don't think I've ever done this with this one. I've used to use the traditional sort of setup. I've used the On Stone Valley, I use the traditional S710 and yeah, one of the normal ones. Probably the, is it the Quantum? Yeah, I think it's the standard Quantum. So yeah, no, I think we're slightly faster than the Voltra. I think it's a 26 if I remember rightly, and this is the 32, so we've been slowed down a little. Yeah, it's such a shame about the map. Yeah, it's obviously is broken, so there's no contracts for us other than that right at the beginning where it allowed us to do liming, and that's the only thing. Now everybody's fields are limed. There are no more contracts. I did wonder why there was absolutely nothing at all, but now we know why. The map is broken. Something's not quite right. Luckily, the field levels still work for us personally. Yes, I'm going to set this going now. We're going to set the, I think the Voltra. I'm not sure what is the correct way to say that, but yeah, the Voltra. Set that going, and we're going to leave that trundling along. I'm not going to focus on that. We're going to do the grass fields. Yeah, we're going to... Oh, it looks like it got stuck. I don't think it's finished. It looked like something stopped the tractor because it looks like it's exactly where we left it, so I don't know what happened there, but we will set this going and then I shall take over and we will get cracking. I can't see, no, I'm sure I can see some grass that hasn't been cut, so for some reason it's yeah, I think we'll do this in a minute. We'll literally get this going and then we'll get to the rest of our... Now, is that going to... Oh. Right, let's switch traffic off for a minute. No, we'll grab it. Well, yeah, that was totally my fault. Yes, of course, you're blocked by an object. You were indeed. Which was totally my fault. Let's try that again. Let's also give that make a bit taller. Not too much because it then goes a bit unstable. And then we're going to do the grass, and I'm going to leave this trundling in the background whilst I get on with doing the grass. Yeah, of all of the 4 fields we've got now. Are we going to go... I think we're going to go the front way. Yeah, I think this is narrow enough that we can get through our hole in the hedge. And to be honest, if it's not quite big enough, then we ought to take another section of hedge out, really. I think that's big enough, really. Yeah, I do still stand by my what I said as well, though, really. I do think it was right for the Let's Play. I don't think the equipment was right. Now then, does this affect... if we're using a worker, it's not going to matter, but I think I'm going to play realistically. We are going to do the Voltra, and the Voltra... I'm not sure. Yeah, thank you very much, young man. We are going to grab... Yeah, I think we're going to put narrows on this for realism. As you would, so you didn't trample the actual things. We ought to be set, that actually would be perfect to set in mulching mode as well, so let's grab that quickly, set that in mulching mode, and we can set the 2 sorghum fields to be mulching. We may as well get as much work as we can get done. Do love those on that. Did that say repair for the Valtra? Oh, I don't know, actually, might have been the other. No, I think that is it. We repaired that at the shop, and I bet it's €2. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. Alright, so then we could, I think, even use the little tiny Massey for this. 75 horsepower. So I think we can manage with that. I think the Massey is 80 something, or I'm not sure, but it's always worth looking. Small tractors, it is 95 horsepower actually, and that's 112. It's up to its maximum. I do love that. It's a little powerhouse, that is. A beautiful machine, it really is. Right, so then we won't set this going, but we'll leave this here ready for the Massey to grab it, and we seem to be blocking ourselves in again with equipment. Right, let's take this and drop this right outside, ready to mulch. Right, set this going. We've left it a little bit tight, really. I think, yeah, let's not struggle. Let's just move the tractor out of the way. Oh, that was a bit of a nasty snatch. Okie dokie then. Right, so then field 1. Let's have a look at this. Let's create the course. Field 1 with this nice curve now. It is reflecting the curve that we did, which is good. So it is field 1. And did I do that? Why did I do that? Yeah, generate headlands. Now, because this is so tiny, this is where you need like 5 or 6, or maybe even more. Yeah, because otherwise the turnarounds are awful. So 2 meters. Save. Activate 2 meters. The smaller your implements, the more headlands you need to give yourself the turnaround space. Right, we don't want any of that. We want to go. Brilliant. Let's just make sure you're good. I think you could do with a weight. Looking at that. Of course, I was wondering, why is it missing that? It's missing that because you're not dropping it. Oh, no, you are now. Yeah, it does do some weird stuff, this. Drops it to the left, that's all. Yeah, it is. It just does look strange when you watch it actually using it though, but it is good. Yeah, it does do a good job. Right, so then we'll worry about that another time. Yeah, we're just, obviously it's going to drop those on. We're going to go straight into a time lapse. We're going to get all of our grass fields done. So I'm going to say my word. Oh no, I'm not going to say my words. We want to set the mulch going. We do. And where did we stick the Massey? Around here. Stick that weight there. And those can be stuck in that little alcove where I often stick quite a few implements. Brilliant. Oh, that's got no. I think we're still going to be alright. And yes, I am going to wash this because it's needed a wash for a while and I keep forgetting to do it. Although the windows are still fairly good, which I always find it's the most important thing really, is your windows. Yeah, that wasn't too bad actually. Right, let's set the mulch going. How is the tractor doing on that field? It's doing nicely, it's still cracking on nicely. This is a nimble little thing, but then masses do tend to be fantastic steerers. So this is field 2. Yes, it is. So create job, field 2. No, we don't. 3 headlands if we're lucky. To save, activate 6.8 meters, and go. We're going to pop across the road. We're going to get cracking. We're going to leave that going for a while, yeah, because there's an awful lot. Oh, that was not the way I meant to go, but it will do. Yeah. So we're going to go straight into a time lapse. We're going to get all of our fields, the grass cut, and yeah, this is going to be our last cut of the year, which is only the second cut. I didn't miss. Oh no, I didn't miss any. It's because we had to wait for 3 months for the grass to grow, wasn't it? Yeah, because of it being deco foliage. Right. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. And there we were, done. Yeah, I'm going to grab the bales next session because it's not going to hurt them staying on the fields. But let's have a bit of a count up of the ones that we've got down this end. It is definitely worth doing this though. I literally did throw out 2 bales off that little field, which is, it was well worth the effort of doing it. I'm not sure why this deep proper this kind of grass. It makes me wonder, if you cut that kind of grass, does it change into that kind of grass? Because I didn't put all of that lot down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up this end, quite a lot up the other end. Right, let's take this across. We're going to see how the potato is doing, and now we're going to leave this session. It's going to, again, it's next session we're going to concentrate on grabbing the I'm going to leave the, again, a bit like I did a couple of sessions ago, it's a bit of a monster, this particular job, so we're going to leave the potato harvester off camera doing this, and then I'm going to bring you back in when the literally the potatoes are in, and it will be next session, and we will get the get everything sorted. Now let's stick these straight away, and let's stick them down here because it's not really going to matter. But let's put them in the little ones because it makes more sense, really. They're not very deep, so there's, yeah, not that many things. I am well pleased with this baler. It's a bit of a dream. The class, is it the Roland or the Quadrant? Yeah, I get confused. But was my favourite in FS19. Yeah, I think we can sort of put that in next to it, even if it doesn't go very far in, because we're always going to use this as a team. I think it works very well, actually. Perfect. Right, ish. Well, it's undercover anyway. It shouldn't get wet unless the rain goes in at a slant. Right, so then yes, let's top this up as we go past the fuel on the left hand side. We must get that off as well. That's my trouble. I'm just work, and never sort of I've got to try to learn to slow down a little bit. Yeah. Well, they're definitely, we're still going. Right, that's one thing I will say. Yeah, I did notice we had a bit of a tick up, so I think that must have been the bit of fertilizer. I did say there'd be a few thousand. Right, fantastic. Let's go and see how that is doing. Let's grab the... Yeah, that's true. We could gather some of these up, although no, you need to... It's true. Now, the best thing for this is the 1313 pack, because that's got such a small front end that you can actually stick them straight in the trailer. The Massey's not very large either. The Rex probably would be one of the best, although I think I tried that on Agris Balcones. Oh, I didn't mean to do that at all. Actually, on this, I think the idea is that the nose sticks out enough that it actually goes over the thing. So actually, it's better that it is like that, I think. Right, how are we doing? It's doing very well, actually. Very well. Yeah, you have to set the worker on follow to actually make this work, and it is fantastic. So we're going to be draining this quite frequently, and the shorter, the stubbier the tractor. Actually, that is not a very long tractor either. Let's go and get the little Massey though. I think that would probably be the best. Yeah, the smaller it is, the better. Yeah, and I'd forgotten I'd left the bales on the field. I thought, oh, you Wallace. Yeah, as you saw, I grabbed the... no, I've done that. Yeah, so we've mulched the field, so we're working well. As I say, that is usually the way that I could just dive straight in and try to get as many jobs done as possible. But, alright, stick this. Yeah, I've got to get better. Let's get into the habit of sticking things away when we have used them. It's a much, much better way of doing things. I'm sure we could actually get 2 things in there at least. Yeah, it is. Look how small that is. I think this is equally as small as the Rex, if not smaller. Yeah, the smaller the length, the better, really, for this particular job. And also a trailer that's got as smaller bar as possible. That's the other thing that you want, because it's got to go over the front to that actual thing. So maybe that this isn't the right trailer for the job. I'm trying to think, is there? Yeah, I know what I was thinking, but no, I think that'd be a bit of a bad. Let's have a look. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think we're going to clear. Yeah, because basically what you're trying to do is run your tractor so that with follow me it does that. Maybe just, but that is really. It's obviously also got to be. I don't know actually. Oh. Not sure actually whether that. Yeah, I was going to say I can actually muck around with the Syntrax 3 points. It's hard to say. It's about as good as it gets. I'm not sure. It's very close. Yeah, this is the 1313 is the one that I've personally. Okay. It looks like we have reached a bit of an impasse for some reason. No message, as usual. Why are you stuck? I do not know. I think we're going to end up doing this ourselves. We've got narrows on, so it doesn't matter. We can attack this field however we want. Right, I think I'm going to go into a time lapse because it looks like it's little old me. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, last little bit. Yeah, I'm going to grab the potatoes up next session. Yeah, that is going to be our job. I'm trying to think of the best way to tackle it. I think, yeah, there's that one little tuft there. I've been quite thorough. I've not always says as he sees quite a few little bits and bobs just going down on the left hand side. Yeah, I have been fairly good. Yeah. Bit here, and then adjust these couple of tufts here, and then there's the one by the actual sin track, which, yeah, oh no, let's be thorough. I really would prefer to get the job done properly. Amazing tool this is, it really is. And that is a rake. It's a funny tool to get used to, this one. It not pull around strangely. As you could see, it was the Vulture was struggling a little bit, but it is very hilly. I've got to be honest. I don't think the horsepower requirements are that. Is it 150? It is. Wow, I'm surprised I remembered that. I've used it 2 or 3 times. Oh, right, let's stick it straight away, and then next session we will have the fun of yeah, I'm really trying to rack my brains to see the best possible way to get that. See if I'm missing anything obvious, because sometimes you do. The answer to your quandary really does sort of yeah, it's literally staring you in the face sometimes, but should be able to get that in there. I'm trying to think. Obviously, the smaller the trailer as well, the more times you've got to empty it. So I'm just not sure what the best approach to this is. I don't think there's, I say the Massey is one of the smallest. The Rex I've tried and I had just the same difficulties with that. Yeah, it's got to be a very small, and I don't think there's not an awful lot smaller than the well, I was going to say the Carrot, which it is the Carrot, really, isn't it? But yeah, obviously a modified Carrot. I think that should do, but I'd have to really, yeah, follow very closely to make that work. But we'll have the fun of trying to work that out. It does look like it could do it. I'm not sure whether it's better to go back, because it's just going to hit that more. I think in some ways it is better as it is higher, but we shall see. We'll play around with it. Look, the other thing is this doesn't actually hit where you think it does. It sometimes has to be out of range to make it work. It's a strangest particular one. I used to think it was me, but it really isn't. It's not quite right. It sort of hits before this, or slightly, yeah, it does. It's a strange one. So, yeah. But for this particular session, yeah, we've done all that we did quite a few bales. We'll do it. We'll get the bales in next time. Do we speed up till October? What's the weather gonna be like? What is the weather gonna be like in October? Raining, but yeah, we don't really know how long, but do we waste a day just so as we can? I was only thinking of the bales half going off, but you know, yeah, no, we'll do this properly. The one thing I would like to do though is to have a quick look at the potato thing. I can't remember how much it is, but yeah, the production, the potato one that I had at Attingham. I think this is probably the only place it will go. I've never taken that out because it is a cracking mod. I'm not sure if there are any others though as well, potato ones. No, that's carpentry, furniture, that's all the, yeah. Lords doesn't do potatoes, does it? I don't think it does. I know there's the Omatana that does chips. Yeah, that does not do that. So there is, that's biodiesel, that's definitely not the cafe. No. Without decoration. Coal, chocolate clothing, cookie, dairy sheep, diesel production, donuts, EU factories. That's a dairy, I didn't realise that. I think I've tried that, but yeah. Grain mill. Oil, soy. I must try that. I don't think I've ever tried that. That's because I think I've used the Omatana to do that, but that sometimes gets stuck. Farm production. No, that's, yeah. Right, juice factory, land bakery. That's brilliant. I do love that. Yeah, I usually go with the Lorts now for like flour making, because it really is second to none, as well as not too expensive to upgrade, which does become a sugar factory. Please don't tell me I've taken this out. I'm sure I've never taken that out. Pizza, aha, potato processing, 80,000, so it's a little bit beyond us, but it would fit in there. Now if I remember rightly, it's that way you need to do it. Yeah, I know we've not got enough money, but I suppose we could. Yeah, there are some things we have got more than enough. We could possibly get rid of that particular thing there. Let's have a quick look. Let's just switch the. I would like to get just to see what, so that we know what we've got to do to make this work. Right, productions. I know we haven't got enough. Ah, that is right. I thought it was. You need that side as well. Don't think we've got enough. Yeah, you say that, but we can move the fence a little. It's true. Obviously we can't do much with the trees. We know that, but it would fit nicely there. Quite nicely if we got rid of the fence at that end. Now there's no fence on the right hand side. Let's just demolish. I'm going to get rid of that one light. I want to go back as far as I can. There, I think that'll do nicely. Yes, I do, and that's going to be not bad, because we can get to both. We can just put that in there a little bit without it affecting anything. Almost sure there's nothing. No, it is. It really is about. I think the door. I'm not sure. I think the door at the front's the one where you actually set the thing. So we're very close. We do need to put the greenhouse down as well. That goes with it, because it does the peppers and all the rest of it for the potato processing, or we would go for the large one. So yeah, we need the peppers and the onions and all that type of stuff. So in total it's going to be 90 grand. Probably not a bad idea, actually, thinking about it, to stick the greenhouse down now, because we really want to get a jump on making the that is a point. No, that's yeah. I'm wondering if we get rid of the clamp. And it, not for the money, I might. No, do we really? I'm not sure. Is that wasted space there? Let's have a look. I'm just trying to think of the greenhouse.